So, another delusional boxer, Adrian Broner. I don't know who the F is this guy. And just another boxer, delusional, delulu boxer, thinking he could take on an MMA fighter, which is never gonna happen. So basically, here, what he was saying to Arman Tsarukyan is that he can, he can defend the takedowns just by punching Arman Tsarukyan. you know like Armin here showing him that he's gonna shoot a single leg, and this guy is saying that while he's holding his leg, he's gonna punch him, and then he's gonna knock him out. First of all, if that worked, and it would be considered a defense, a legitimate defense in MMA. Every time someone would catch someone's leg to go for to execute a single leg, they would like the one the one being wrestled would like just keep punching, but they don't do that. What? Because it doesn't work. So this guy thinks it's gonna work, but what's in the reality and what's in his mind in theory completely different. So he's gonna punch him, and Ahmed Sharukin is gonna get knocked out. Doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And like, because why? Because like this guy, Adrian Broner, or any boxer for that matter, any boxer, don't care even if it's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, or Muhammad Ali, or anyone. No, I mean, they are humans. They don't have stone hands. I mean, you're not gonna knock somebody out just by being like having one foot off the ground. So it's gonna, you don't have much leverage, you don't have much power, you're not gonna generate much power when you have one foot off the ground. And no matter what, I mean, the chances of knocking somebody out with a clean shot is extremely low until he asks for it. He's wide open. But other than that, they don't have like stone hands, as I said. Normal, normal bones, normal, cartilages. So it's not gonna happen. And but this is the story of every boxer. Every boxer. I mean, boxing guys like remind me of like old, martial art guys. Like kung fu, tai chi. They think they're the shit, but they really are not. They're nothing. You know, they think they're the shit, and but I mean, there is a video of a boxer, a well-known boxer, former boxer, retired, and like switched up to, not switched up, but he wanted to have a kickboxing fight. He himself is only gonna use his boxing against a kickboxer, in a fight. Believe me, guys, it's only like a many. Maybe some of you guys is gonna recognize this fight, but it only took the kickboxer guy one head kick, absolutely one. Just like the fight ended, I think in 10 seconds. He landed one head kick, and the boxer asked the referee to stop, and then when his corner came, he said, "Yeah, I don't want to continue that," and they discontinued. They stopped the fight. So like many boxers, have testimonies that even one leg kick, they never felt a leg kick. They say like one leg kick or one kick feels completely different than the punch, because the leg is more powerful, generate more force, you know. So they're only familiar with the hands, So just think they're gonna, I'm a dog, bro. It's not gonna happen that way. It's not gonna happen. I'm a dog, bro. No, bro. I mean, you're not gonna do anything. He's not gonna let you even probably move a muscle. Especially if it goes to the ground. So I mean, I just wanted to make this quick video. I love trash talking, and talking about boxers, the delusion of boxers. They are just like they live in a different planet when it comes to the ability of the sport. They think like boxing would like it's the best. It's not. It's a very limited sport. I mean, so but it's very childish to, very absolutely childish to not excuse me, I'm a bit sleepy, but it's very childish when they just holding on to their sport like this. I mean, that's not, that's not mature. You have to recognize when, yeah, granted, you're gonna, you love your sport. It's gonna be hard to admit, probably from time to time, to admit that it's a lesser form of combat compared to MMA. Obviously, MMA is the closest thing when it comes to unarmed combat. Barehanded combat. So, but still, you have to recognize. So, I just love. I mean, as soon as every time I'm gonna see a delusional boxer, just like, oh my god, I just remembered Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. It's just insecurity. It just screams absolute insecurity to me. Like, what did he say? He said that in excuse me. He said that you know maybe he's gonna transition to MMA, but he's only gonna learn kickboxing. He doesn't want to learn this weird stuff on the ground. Like, bro, like, do you have an IQ of a snail, or I don't know, of a cockroach, or what? Like, what do you mean you don't want to learn the ground game? Like, I mean, you're not two years old, you're not 5 years old to be this. I mean, just like, some people are just. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and whenever I said whenever, I'm not gonna miss not one opportunity to bash on these boxers, so-called boxers. I mean, I just remembered another one, and probably gonna make a video of its own, on its own video, For God's sake, Paulie Maninaji, or I don't know how to pronounce his name, is a boxer. Okay, he fought with Artem Lobov, an MMA fighter, and with all due respect, but he never made it into, I think, ranked in the UFC. So he was always unranked, and he fought with in boxing, bare knuckle, against Paulie Maninaji, and he beat Paulie Maninaji is supposedly a boxer, world champion in boxing, lost in bare. Even when you take the gloves, boxing, is nothing, because they rely on the gloves. Why they rely on the gloves? To protect. They get high guard. So I mean, if you take their gloves off, I mean, they're not gonna be able to. The guard up is gonna be very weak. You can't rely on it. You can't rely just by putting your hands on your face to block the punches. I mean, some of their opponent's punches are definitely gonna land. So, you know, I mean, this is just like speaks volumes on the limitations of boxing. But uh, anyway, MMA is the supreme and the superior combat sports, and the best martial arts sports of all time. Even if it's really relatively new, it's in 1995, I believe, but still, since 1995, I should say.